Welcome back to Coin's Numismatic series, where we unlock the hidden treasures of American coinage. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coin history, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin. This coin has been in circulation since 1938 and has seen countless changes, mintages, and fascinating stories. But in today's video, we're going to spotlight 3 standout examples that deserve a special place in any collector's heart. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready for an exciting journey through numismatic history as we uncover the stories behind the 1954, the 1971 D, and the 1977 Jefferson Nickel. 1954 Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin. The year was 1954, and America was in the midst of a post-war boom. The Monticello Jefferson Nickel, introduced in 1938, was still relatively young in terms of U.S. coinage. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin featured Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. For the 1954 issue, production took place at multiple mints, most notably Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coin carries no mint mark, while the Denver and San Francisco issues bear the D and S mint marks respectively. What makes the 1954 Jefferson Nickel particularly interesting to collectors is not only its age but also the quality of the strikes during this time. Many of the 1954 nickels, especially those from Denver and San Francisco, often exhibit weak strikes. The steps of Monticello, which numismatists pay close attention to, are rarely fully struck, making full-step examples highly desirable. A coin showing 5 or 6 complete steps on Monticello can command significant premiums at auction. Design-wise, the obverse still carries Jefferson's left-facing portrait with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," along with the year 1954. On the reverse, we see the Monticello building with "E Pluribus Unum" across the top, Monticello, and 5 cents in the middle, and "United States of America" along the bottom rim. Collectors especially admire sharp strikes where Monticello's details come through clearly. Mintage numbers for the 1954 Jefferson Nickel were relatively high. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 47 million coins, Denver produced more than 117 million, and San Francisco struck about 29 million before ceasing nickel production that year. While these numbers may sound large, finding well-preserved examples with strong detail is surprisingly difficult. Circulated coins are common, but mint state examples with full steps are significantly scarcer and often considered key finds. Market value depends heavily on condition and strike quality. A circulated 1954 Jefferson Nickel might be worth only face value to $1. However, in mint state condition, values rise dramatically. A MS-65 coin can bring in around $30 to $50, while full-step examples can easily cross into the hundreds. In fact, rare full-step pieces from this year have sold for well over $1,000 at major auctions, especially from the San Francisco Mint, where strong strikes are extremely scarce. Collectors should also watch for errors and varieties. One of the most famous varieties for the 1954 nickel is the D over S mint mark error, where a Denver mint mark was punched over a San Francisco mark. These coins are rare and highly prized, often fetching hundreds or even thousands depending on grade and clarity. Double die reverses and die cracks can also occasionally be found, though they are less dramatic and usually bring modest premiums. Collector interest in the 1954 Jefferson Nickel remains steady because it represents a fascinating point in the series, mid-century production when mint technology was improving but still prone to inconsistencies. For anyone building a complete Jefferson Nickel set, this year offers challenges in finding high-quality examples, especially those with full steps. Whether you're a beginner collector holding on to circulated pieces or a seasoned numismatist chasing those elusive full-step gems, the 1954 Jefferson Nickel offers plenty of excitement. 1971 D Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin. Fast forward nearly 2 decades, and we arrive at the 1971 D Jefferson Nickel. By this time, the Jefferson Nickel had become a staple of American coinage, with billions in circulation across the country. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark on the obverse to the right of Monticello, was the workhorse of production, striking enormous quantities of coins for general use. The historical backdrop of 1971 adds an extra layer of intrigue. This was the year when the United States officially abandoned the gold standard under President Richard Nixon. While this event didn't directly affect nickel production, it reflected a changing economic environment that makes coins from this period all the more interesting for collectors. The Jefferson Nickel remained unchanged in its copper-nickel composition, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Design features stayed true to Schlag's original vision. The obverse carries Jefferson's portrait, facing left, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1971. On the reverse, Monticello remains the centerpiece, flanked by the familiar motto E Pluribus Unum at the top and United States of America at the bottom. The mint mark D appears prominently beside Monticello. The Denver Mint produced an enormous mintage of the 1971 D nickel, totaling over 316 million coins. Because of this high production, the coin is generally common in circulation, and circulated examples are worth face value. However, the hunt for collectors lies not in the sheer number but in the quality of the strike. Much like other Jefferson nickels of the era, fully struck steps on Monticello are difficult to find. Coins with full steps command a noticeable premium, and collectors often search rolls of 1971 D nickels hoping to uncover one. In terms of market value, circulated examples remain common and worth only 5 cents. Uncirculated examples, particularly in mint state 65, can range from $10 to $25. Full step examples, however, skyrocket in value. Coins with 5 or 6 visible steps at the base of Monticello can be worth hundreds, with some certified full-step specimens selling for over $1,000 at auction. The rarity of full-step strikes in 1971 D nickels makes them highly desirable among Jefferson specialists. Collectors also pay close attention to errors and varieties. The 1971 D nickel has been known to produce interesting die varieties, including double dies, repunched mint marks, and die clashes. Some coins also exhibit off-center strikes or broad strikes, which can make them appealing to error collectors. These types of coins, depending on severity and visual appeal, can fetch strong premiums over face value. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1971 D nickel is its place in modern numismatics. While not rare in everyday circulation, high-grade examples with sharp detail are elusive. For the casual collector, it's an easily obtainable coin that can be pulled from pocket change. But for the serious numismatist, the challenge of finding a pristine, full-step example makes it a rewarding addition to a Jefferson set. Collector interest in the 1971 D nickel remains strong, especially among those assembling date and mintmark collections. It's an essential piece of 1970s American coinage and serves as a reminder that even coins minted in the hundreds of millions can hold surprising rarity when condition and strike are taken into account. The thrill of hunting for full steps keeps this coin exciting decades after it first entered circulation. 1977 Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin. Our final highlight today is the 1977 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that, at first glance, might appear ordinary but holds fascinating details beneath the surface. Minted at both Philadelphia and Denver, this year's nickel saw widespread production, with hundreds of millions entering circulation. The obverse still displays Jefferson's profile, while the reverse continues to feature Monticello, carrying forward Felix Schlag's enduring design. The historical context of 1977 situates the nickel within a time of American transition. The country was navigating post-Watergate politics, the aftermath of the Vietnam War, and a struggling economy marked by inflation. Everyday coinage like the nickel played a role in the daily lives of Americans during uncertain times, and for collectors, coins like the 1977 nickel serve as tangible artifacts of that era. Design features remained consistent with earlier issues. Jefferson's portrait dominates the obverse, with "In God We Trust" to the left and "Liberty" and the date 1977 on the right. On the reverse, Monticello is again centered beneath the motto E Pluribus Unum. Below the building, we see Monticello and 5 cents, with United States of America arcing along the bottom. The mint mark, when present, appears to the right of Monticello on the reverse. Mintage for the 1977 Jefferson nickel was substantial. Philadelphia struck around 297 million coins, while Denver produced over 297 million as well. Together, this massive output ensured that the 1977 nickel would be readily available in circulation for decades to come. As a result, circulated examples are common and worth only face value, but high-grade mint state coins tell a different story. The challenge with the 1977 nickel, much like with many other years, lies in strike quality. Full-step examples remain the holy grail for collectors. Coins with 5 or 6 distinct steps at the base of Monticello are rare, especially from circulation. Certified full-step specimens can command impressive premiums. While a typical uncirculated 1977 nickel may be valued around $5 to $20, full-step examples can sell for several $100s or more depending on grade. Collectors also enjoy searching for varieties and errors in this issue. The 1977 nickel is known for die clashes, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. These anomalies can make a common date coin into a valuable collectible. For instance, a dramatic off-center strike showing only part of Jefferson's profile can be worth significantly more than face value, often selling for $50 or higher depending on condition. Market value depends heavily on condition and strike. Circulated coins remain common, but mint-state examples in high grades are less frequently encountered. For collectors focused on building a complete set, the 1977 nickel is a necessary addition that can be easily found in circulated condition but requires patience and dedication to secure a pristine full-step example. Collector interest in the 1977 Jefferson nickel is steady, especially among Jefferson enthusiasts who appreciate the challenge of hunting down high-quality strikes. While it may not have the dramatic rarity of earlier dates or key errors, it represents the enduring appeal of the Jefferson nickel series. The coin is a symbol of 1970s America, a decade of cultural change, political shifts, and economic uncertainty, all captured in the humble 5-cent piece. For today's collectors, the 1977 nickel offers a satisfying balance between accessibility and challenge. It's a coin that almost anyone can find, but one that rewards those who search for excellence. Whether you're filling a Whitman folder with circulated coins or chasing certified full-step specimens, the 1977 Jefferson nickel delivers history, artistry, and numismatic value in equal measure. And there you have it, the top 3 Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins that every collector should know about. From the mid-century intrigue of the 1954 issue, to the massive mintage yet elusive quality of the 1971 D, and finally the cultural snapshot of 1977, these coins are more than just pocket change. They're history in your hand, waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Jefferson nickels, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Coin's Numismatic series, and ring the bell so you never miss our next exploration into coin collecting. Drop a comment below and let me know which Jefferson nickel you found in your own collection. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story.